We are back again today. How y'all doing? We are at the store. We are going to do a brow tinting demo. Hello, come on in. We are going to do a brow tinting demo. Kamaya said that she wanted her brows tinted. So I said, good. You can volunteer to be my model. If anybody else want to ever be my model, y'all just let me know. Send me a DM and say, hey, I want to be your model. And we can schedule a time. All right. So we got these brows right here. Do it again. See, this is why she really shouldn't be my model, because she don't know how to act. Okay. We got her arched up already. I'm going to clean it up just a smidget because when you do the tint, hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me clearly? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. But when you do the tint clings to the hair. So any little piece of hair that's out of place can have some tint on it. So you want to make sure that the brows are clean. So I am going to use a razor, straight razor. We use the Annie razors here at the store. Get a new one for every person. Open it right on up, and you're not going to do too much because she's already clean. I'm just going to get this little bit of stuff right here and make sure it is sharp across the top. Okay. And we are in Greenbrier Mall. If you guys don't know where we're in Atlanta, Georgia. Not only do we do brows, lashes, makeovers, and facial waxing here, but we do retail a full line of cosmetics. And for those of you just hopping on, we are doing a tint demo. We're starting off by cleaning up Amaya's brows. They wasn't too bad, but like I said, when you're doing the tint, you want to make sure the area is clean because tint clings to hair. So even if it's a little bit of hair out of place, you don't want it clinging to that. Hey, how you doing? What's up? What's up? So like I said, we're doing a tint demo. Send this live out to your friends, like 5 friends, and tell them to hop on in so they can know how to do their eyebrows. Everybody like, I want to know how to do something with my eyebrows. Well, here it is. Right here. We are live. We are live at the mall, Greenbrier Mall in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're cleaning up her brows. And even though they look clean when we started, those few hairs that's out of place be getting in the way. So we got to make sure those are not there. Okay. And we're going to use the stencils out of the 60-second brow kit to line it up. So that's going to be a treat today. Okay, so check it out. So this is what I was saying. You see how cleaner it looks on this side than this side? Zoom in just a smidget. Okay, real sharp right there. You see the difference? And then over here, we need to clean this side up. So we're not gonna make her brows no thinner. We're just gonna just clean it up a little bit. So none of the tint is sitting on any of the hair in her brows. So clean this side up just like we did the other side. And I'm using a straight razor. You can use, however you do brows, it's no wrong way, no right or wrong way. If you do waxing, you can wax it. If you tweezing, if you razor, however you do it, just make sure the hair is clean. I remember back in the day, people used to do their eyebrows in there. Y'all remember that? Wasn't that crazy? Like, they used to really line it up with some nair. But I guess they was like, I'm going to just wipe it on, wipe it off. It worked. Okay, so we're getting this one clean also. Mm-hmm. Come through Amaya's brows. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Oh, how is it? Yes. 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 Clock it. Clock it. Yes. Okay, so you can see her brows are now nice and groomed. This is what we call a good brow grooming. So with the tint, you don't want any oil on the brows, all right? So this right here is alcohol, and let's see, we're just gonna put it on a cotton wipe it, fan her because we actually like her, so we don't want her to be feeling crispy. And we are gonna prepare our tint for her brows, all right? So I've been using the Godfrey tint. This is it. You can buy it at the beauty supply store or the wholesale place. So I'm trying this one out. We use this one a lot. I like it. It is actually a capsule and a developer, right? So the capsule, it looks like this. Just what it is. It's a capsule. And then it comes with a cup. So you can put it in a cup. Sometimes when I can't find my cup, I will just throw it in the lash case or anything that can hold anything, any kind of powder. Hold this right here for the people, Kamaya. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's yeah. So we got the cup, and in the cup, it really is just a powder. So you just open up the capsule and pour the powder inside of the cup. Let me show you how it actually looks. I mean, it's literally a powder, a brown powder. They have different colors. I usually use the dark brown, and if I need it lighter, then um, I will won't let it stay on as long, or I will just brush it through the brow. We'll talk about that once we get the brow tint on. So this is the developer. Anybody do hair? If you do hair, you know that every dye has a developer. So we're going to put not too much in here because we want more of a 50-50 combo. You want to bend it down a little bit so they can see it. And you just basically take it and you mix it together. So I'm mixing it right now. It's a little clumpy, so it might get like this at first, you see. So you want to mix it until it is like a thick liquid. How would you describe it? Like a lotion, maybe? Yeah. Like a lotion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like a thick lotion consistency. See, it's dark brown. And let me tell you about this tint. It develops fast. So you need to know what you're doing. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips. Make sure you're ready to take them down. It comes with a brush. So like this, an angle brush, but you can use the Look by Joy brow brush or anything you want to. Right here. So it's an angle brush, and I think it helps when it's like when you're putting it on the brow. So anytime you're doing anything with the brow, if it's a tint, if it's a fill-in with some powder, even if it's a wax, if the tool has a slant to it, it helps with the curve, right? So I have the tint and developer already mixed. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put just a little bit on the back of my hand so you can see how it works too, along with, but when I put it on her brow. So here we go. We're going to take it in. I don't usually start at the beginning because I don't want the beginning to be too dark. The longer you leave it on, the darker it is. So I'll start halfway and then I'll just put it on the brow and work it through. And I'll start going to the guide to make sure that bottom is done. And then I'll take it to the top. I need to get a little bit more, I will. And then I'll come down to the tail. So you want to be careful with it because where you put it at is where it's going to tint. It don't know to not tint that you made a mistake. So if you make a mistake and put it somewhere, just get a Q-tip and wipe it off or adjust it, okay? So, and you can even see on my hand it's still, as you see how fast it's tinting? Okay, so we're gonna do, we did the middle and the tail, and now I'll come in and do a little bit of the front with the residue on the brush because we don't want the front to be dark. We want it to have that ombre effect, remember? Nice ombre effect, okay? So, hey, how you doing? So I'm gonna scoop up just a little bit more, okay? And then just in reference, remember, we just put a little bit on my hand. You see how dark it's getting. So you don't need a lot. So once again, I'm gonna do I'm gonna start from the middle, put it down. You can go start from the top and take it down, or start from the guide. Take it through the bottom of the brow. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I want y'all to see how I kind of went a little over, but we're gonna fix that real quick in a second. I'm gonna dust some on her front, not too much. Now, if you go over the line, real simple. Before it gets too dark, I usually take a Q-tip and I'll just hold the skin, and I will go against the line, and it wipes it right on clean. Just a dry Q-tip. If you need to add, well, you shouldn't need to add anything. Just a dry Q-tip because it hadn't started penetrating or getting dark. We can do the other one too. Clean it up. And so remember, okay, so she's sitting, it needs to wait. So let's talk real quick. Let's talk about tints, all right? So a tint stains the hair. Tint stains the hair. So you remember how people used to do Kool-Aid and yeah. So just imagine it like a real professional version of that, right? Tint stains the hair. I'm gonna get this little piece right here. Okay. Huh? And you're not doing it because you already got an account? No, she just probably didn't finish something. Just give it a second. I'll be over the second. So tint stains the hair. All right. So this tint right here has henna in it. Henna stains the skin. That's why people get those henna tattoos, because it's just a stain on top of the skin. The henna actually goes through the skin maybe like 2 layers. That's why it lasts so long. Tint only sits on top of the skin. Okay, so if you are doing a tint and it doesn't, I don't care what nobody say, and it don't have henna in it, it's not going to last that long because it's just to stain the hair. Now we done got to the point where we wanted the tint to stain the skin. Yeah, it'll last a couple days, but it's only sitting on top of the skin. Okay, not like anything with henna. Okay, so that was a 30-second, 60-second spiel about tint. Now let's look at her brows. Okay, they've gotten dark. My hands have gotten dark. So I like to, first and foremost, like I said, I want the front to be ombre. So I'm going to take it and I'm gonna ombre it. That's how you ombre it. That's how you make it lighter. You see that right there? You can see it right already, right there. So just lightly. And with this tint, you'll know it's ready to either start moving off uh, because it's actually going to get a little hard. Okay, it'll get a little hard. So we have it here, and then I'm going to just over the surface, not pressing down, but just like lightly over the surface, brush off the residue. Okay, and you can see it falling off in like little dots, and zoom in. You can see it like falling off in little dots. Okay, because it's hard. And so let's look at the other one and check it out. Hey, ladies. Same thing. Boom. Just a little crust. Now, because it's sitting on the skin, one of my little tips that I'll do is I will go back. I never throw my razor away. So I go back with my razor and line up around the brow. So I want you to see it first and then watch as I line up. I don't push the brow line back. I go on that same line that we had before. And then sometimes I will brush up because whenever you use any chemical, it will sometimes it'll process the hair. So the hair will be straighter. So this hair is a little straighter. So I'm just going to trim that off so it's sharp. Just to trim. Some people use scissors. I use a blade for all of my trimming because the blade is just sharper. I'm supposed to use the stencil. But it's okay, we'll do it next time. All right. So you can see that very, very sharp. So let's do this other side. Now, a lot of people have problems with laying out the brow. Of course, I freehanded hers, and because I've only been doing it for 2 decades. But if you have problems laying out or making the brow symmetrical, I want to show you the stencils. All right. So let me show you the stencil. Hold on. Okay. So she's pretty much good to go. We're gonna show you the stencils in a second. To conclude this service, what we do is we take out of the 60-second brow kit the actual concealer. Okay, we take a little bit of the concealer and we go along the bottom as if we were doing what we do when we're doing the fill-in. Okay, and it just gives it a highlight. And then you see how it's highlighted? Now I'm going to blend it in. Nice blend. There we go. And I can take the Q-tip and go around with the residue of the concealer and just clean it up. And it's voila. Okay. So let me do the other one. Hello. Thank you. All right. Highlighting again here. Okay. Same thing. Same thing. And you can take, if you want to dress it up just a little bit more, we're going to take the Seychelles palette, and we're just going to take this brown right here in the palette, and we are going to define her crease. See that? Doesn't that look sexy? Okay. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Now, for those of you who have a problem making sure the brows are symmetrical, we have the stencils that are in the 60-second brow kit. And I'm going to show you quickly on my hand how to use it. They come like this. They already have the shape. And you just take it off. And you can adjust the front or the back however you want to. And we're going to do it with a brow powder. Thank you, thank you. So we're going to do it with a brow powder, but you can do the same thing with a tint. Hold that powder for me. So if you need some guidance, we have the stencil right there. It already has the brow cut shape open, and we are just going to dust it on. You see, we put it on, let the sticker adhere to the skin. That's why you want to make sure the skin is dry. And you can do this with your brow powder, your pencil, your tint. If you need this just as a guide to go in and then start arching, this works. Okay, so y'all ready to see how quick it makes the eyebrow for you? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off. I'm sorry. Perfect brow, perfect, sharp. Okay, so we could have did this on her to make it sharp. I just freehanded it, but you can see that the stencil, it can make the brow for you also. If you need it for your, thank you. If you need it for your tinting, your fill-ins, your pencil, your just the powder, you can do that. If you needed to train yourself, because we use this in a class, train you how to do the arching, the waxing. So now if you have this, you just wax up under here, wax around there, razor here, razor there, tweeze here, whatever you need to do to groom the brow is already laid out as a guide for you. Or you can actually wear it like this. Then you take your highlight, go right on in like that. Just blend it right on in. So that's why we call it the 60-second brow kit, because it doesn't take that long when it's time to actually do your brows if you know how to go ahead and lay it out. So when I travel the world and I teach my students, the biggest thing that they are afraid of is making the brows unsymmetrical, right? Wouldn't you say that? When you agree? Yeah, nobody wants, they be lying. They be like, oh, brows, they are sisters, they are not twins. Well, nobody want to pay for sisters. They want to pay for twins. They don't want cousins. They don't want sisters. They want sisters, same identical twins. They want identical twins, same mama, same daddy. Same mama, same daddy. They do not want sisters, different daddies, or different mamas. They don't want cousins, auntie, or uncle. They want identical twins. Yeah, they don't want fraternal. They don't even want the fraternal either. So this is a good way to make sure that your brows are identical twins. Same mama, same daddy. For real, they do. They do not care. You can sit there and try to explain it all you want to, but they are not trying to hear it. So the stencils, they do come in the 60-second brow kit, along with, you can get it either with the powder or the pencil, the concealer, the highlight, the brow gel, and 50 stencils. Yes, I said it, these stencils. And of course, like I said, you can use the stencils when you're putting your brow powder or pencil on, or you're doing any kind of brow service such as tinting, like we did on Amaya, microblading. So we are here to help ensure that your brows are identical twins. We taking all the work out of brow mapping. So make sure you get your 60-second brow kit. Link is in the bio. Or you can comment the word makeup and we'll send you the list right now that we use. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to see any more videos, please let us know. Send us a DM and make sure you hop on into the bio. Click the link to buy your 60-second brow kit today or stop by and see us. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.